Hello everyone and welcome to the AKG Cup Series Season 5. We are here at the Daytona International Speedway for the Kroger Duels. Tonight we determine the 42 drivers racing in the Daytona 500. 35 drivers already have their spots locked in, and we will find the other 7 that will be racing in Friday's Daytona 500. Split off into two groups of 23. This is the first group, determined by the odd place finishes on Monday's qualifying session. It should be an interesting race. 15 laps, 1 lap shorter than last year, which was 16 laps. And we're ready to go here at this 2.5 mile super speedway, Daytona Beach, Florida. Get to the starting lineup rolling on the bottom of your screen. Alexander Rowe grabbed the pole on Monday, and he's joined on the front row for this duel by his teammate Jek Porkins. Row 2, Simon Nicholls for Nicotech Racing, and Jamie Rose was the highest qualifying rookie in the field. Dawson Miller for Nicotech, and Dominic Anthony, who won the pole in Season 1 of the Daytona pole. Season 1 for the 500. Row 4, Benny Watson and Eli Bright, first and second in this duel last year. Bright was the winner. Row 5, Brandon Bent, last year's Daytona 500 champion, and Cody Smart, owner-driver. Row 6, Charlie Davenport for Hedgel Motorsports, and Lorenz Maga R for Velocity Racing. Row 7, Logan Williams was the highest Go Homo. He starts from 13th, and Brandon Nelson for Smart Motorsports. Row 8, Nathan Ormond was the highest tanker motorsport car in the field, and Richard Fridge, owner-driver, looking to race his way into the 500. Billy Natavio for Smart Motorsports and Trey Wright, both looking to race their ways into the 500. They're on row 9. Row 10, Gerrard Oran, 4th Daytona 500 attempt, looking to make his second race, and Chris Maley in the 35. Row 11, Arthur Xavier is the lowest starting Go Homer in this race, and David Johnson in the number 5. And rounding out the field, Johnson's teammate John Andrews in the 55. 15 laps in this one. 4 drivers will race their way into the 500. There are 6 drivers looking to race their way in this duel, and previous winners of Duel 1 over the years. Isaac Nicholls, Season 1, Season 3, Cyrus McGee, who went on to win the championship that year, and Eli Bright, as mentioned before, won this race a year ago. It's been a long time coming. This is the first race since April of 2018. It's not a points-paying race, but it is still a race nonetheless. I'm really excited. It's been a while. Thanks for sticking with me. And here we go. AKG Cup Series is back to racing. Here we go. Green flag. We are racing in the duel. Down the back for the first time, Alexander Rowe, the pole sitter, got off to a decent jump, but can't quite clear Porkins on the outside. So teammates still 1 and 2, but here comes the 48. He got off to a fantastic start. Dawson Miller, he makes it 3 wide for the lead. He's not going to clear these guys on the outside lanes yet, but I think he will be able to get the job done. And leading the first lap of the season is Dawson Miller in the 48. 4 wins last year for him. 3rd in the championship. Here comes the 96 down low. That's the Hers entry. Benny Watson. Mentioned he finished 2nd in this race back in Season 4. Never won a points-paying race. The only driver to have made over 100 starts in the series and never won. Looking to change that this year. He did win the All-Star race a few years ago, but has never won a points-paying race. Looking to change that this year, and he's going to the inside of Dawson Miller here for this race lead. And you will notice here at Daytona, and this will be in the 500 and in the next duel as well, the outside lane usually is king, certainly in the pack situations. As you see there, Miller gets the lap led at the line. The outside lane is the place to be for the most part. So, but then, of course, in the turns, the inside lane is pretty good. But certainly on the straightaways, the outside lane is where you want to be. Here's Brandon Bent. Last year's Daytona 500 champion, the two-time series champion, seasons 2 and 4. He was an interesting thing to say post-Daytona. Obviously, I think he'd be hoping to be starting a little bit further up, but he knows that this is where, qualifying doesn't mean everything, but this race does. So, this race doesn't specifically. You don't get the points in this one, no points in this one, but he does lead a lap on that inside lane in the number 27. Returning to DW Motorsports, best team in the league, fair to say, heading into this season. There are a couple of teams, in fact, I think all the teams looking to dethrone them. 3 consecutive teams championships, 3 consecutive driver championships. Let's go back throughout the field. Take a look at some of these guys having to race their way in. This is Billy Natavio, started 17th. He's on that inside lane for Smart Motorsports. Currently, he's the highest. The guys needing to race their way in. Logan Williams here in the 7. He's in the middle lane at the moment. Did a great job in qualifying to be 25th, which doesn't sound flash hot, but he was the quickest of the guys needing to race their way in. He's in the middle lane. There's teammate Gerrard Oran. So 2 of the Railfan Motorsport cars in the middle lane at the moment. Oran, as mentioned before, this is his 4th 500 attempt. He's only made 1 back in Season 2. And this is currently the battle for the transfer position. So at the moment, they see that is Arthur Xavier in the 59. He's currently out at the moment, but he's on the inside of Richard Fridge, who actually made the 500 back in Season 3. Looking to do it for the second time. Didn't attempt this one last year. What is now the 26th was driven by Ace Garcia throughout Speed Weeks. And back there, Trey Wright, currently last at the moment for Lynn Sheets Motorsports. He is the final Go-Go-Hummer in the field, and he needs to pick up the pace if he wants to have a shot at making the show. Back up front, things have changed around a bit. Benny Watson got back to the inside of Brad and Bed for second, and Bed is now on the outside. Porkins now in the middle, and so we missed that, but Bed now stuck on the outside, and here comes the 42. This is Charlie Davenport, one of the rookies in the field, one of the Rookie of the Year contenders. This car, the 42, won with Colin Dryberg last year in the shootout race. So, Angel Motorsports, formerly William Brock Motorsports. We'll see what he can do this year. I'm interested. I think there are certain guys that I think have got a better chance of winning Rookie of the Year. I think Davenport is one of them. Here's Eli Bright, car number 95. He won the duel last year, as mentioned. Cody Smart in the number 2. He's back in the driver's seat, looking to make his 3rd Daytona 500. John Andrews in the 55, looking to make his 3rd as well. And then look back down throughout the order. This is the current transfer battle at the moment. Currently it's Fridge and Wright who are the 2 cars out, but you see the 12 has fallen to the outside lane. I'm not sure how that's ended up happening, but he's now on the outside lane, and that's not exactly the place you want to be at this stage in the race on lap 7. As mentioned before, Cody Smart, owner-driver. He's not had the best of luck in the 500s in the past. He finished 29th in Season 1, 42nd, so last in Season 3. But he's a very good driver. He won 2 races back in Season 1, finished 2nd in the championship. So certainly a pretty good driver as Miller. Well, speaking of very good drivers, he has led pretty much the entire thing. You've had Bent, who's led a couple laps, or 1 lap I should say. Here comes Eli Bright, 3 wide to the bottom. Talk about Benny Watson, how long his losing streak is. Eli Bright has not won in his career either, and he's the only one that comes close to having a losing streak as long as Watson's. 90 races at this point in time. Looking to change that on Friday. Obviously, he's locked in. Cody Smart trying to thought about making a 4 wide. Bright left the door open, but thankfully no 4 wide. 4 wide usually ends badly here at Daytona. And you might see it in this race. We might see it in the next one. And I'm certain we'll see it in the 500 at some point, because it usually just does not end well. Arthur Xavier at the moment, the 59 for Fitzroy Australia Racing. He is currently the highest Go-Go-Homer. You saw Oran, you saw Williams, and Richard Fridge at the moment are the guys in the transfer spots, because Billy Natavio has fallen back and Trey Wright has not made up enough ground yet. So, of course. Lots of time left in this one. They're going to be coming to 6 laps to go this time. Cody Smart has got his way to the inside of Eli Bright. And he is going to get past. So Cody Smart up into second in the 2. And the 59 is going to go to the inside here. Arthur Xavier, another rookie in the field. And he's going to get to that inside. But he doesn't have a huge amount of help. But neither does Cody Smart, to be completely fair. You're going to have to pull back a little bit here and try and get some drafting assistance here from guys like, I think that's Williams. Williams on the inside in the 7 and Bright on the outside in the 95. Oran's been moved to the middle. And, that's not good for Gerrard Oran. Obviously, as mentioned before, looking to make the 500. Not very good for him as they're nearly 4 wide. Chris Maley was moving up for his teammate Trey Wright. Thankfully, no harm done. It's all good. We continue racing. Xavier is cleared up into second place in the 59. And Miller is he's just pacing the field at the moment. He's just got total control. No one's come close to him. Besides the one-time Brandon Bent took the lead. Here comes the 20. Here comes the 7, I should say. This is Logan Williams. He goes to the inside of Xavier, and now the 26 of Fridge. Trying to get some help from Chris Maley. Maley tried to make it 4 wide, but thankfully he can't quite get to that inside. Coming to 4 laps to go at the moment. Williams, Fridge, Oran, and Xavier are the 4 guys in the show. At the moment, the guys currently out are Trey Wright in the 50 and Billy Natavio. See him at the back of the field. He comes Fridge to the inside, so he's gotten to the inside of Logan Williams here. This is for second. Maley's now up into 4th, and Trey Wright has gotten to the inside of both Oran and Xavier. But you see that outside lane. Well, I think the inside lane. I think Chris Maley did get a very good run off of turn 2 there because held those guys back a little bit. Wright needs to get past one of them at least to make the 500. Because obviously if he doesn't, he'll DQ, not make the 500. Not a good way to start your career. 3 laps to go. Dawson Miller continues to hold this one by the neck. There's Natavio. He's trying to make up some ground, but I think he's left a little too late there. That might be, unless there's an accident or something goes wrong in front for one of these guys. I think Natavio is pretty much out of it because he got all these guys up here. The 7 of Williams, the 26 of Fridge, Oran, Xavier, Wright. They're the other 5 guys that he's racing, and he is nowhere near them. They're all up at the front, and he is nowhere near them. Oran in the middle, just trying to hang on to position. We'll see here, can he do it? That's the question. And Xavier as well. Trey Wright, can he get by these guys? We got 2 laps to go here in duel number 1. It's been caution free, which is surprising. I'm not going to lie. I thought I was going to see a caution in this one, but we haven't so far. Who knows? We might still get one. You just don't know. Richard Fridge is up into second. I think Oran was trying to get in front of the 59. 59 left a little bit of a gap, but he got that run on that outside, and that saved him. Trey Wright now 3 wide on the inside of the 91 and the 59. Can he get past them here? They're coming to the white flag this time. Dawson Miller has led from the front in the number 48. He's going to take the white flag. Richard Fridge is in second at the moment. Logan Williams still on the outside in the 7. Chris Maley down low on the inside in the 35. He was trying to get to the inside of Fridge. And he might get him here. I think Fridge is moving up the racetrack, and he is. He's moving up the racetrack, and Williams gets held up a little bit. Maley goes to the inside for second. This is great news for Dawson Miller, but it's also great news for Trey Wright, because take a look at that behind them. Xavier has lost out on that outside, and I think Trey Wright's going to get this one. So he's gotten around Oran and Williams. I think Trey Wright's going to make this one. I think Williams and Oran will as well. To the checkered flag, here they come. Dawson Miller dominates and wins the first duel. And it will be Xavier in the 59. And the 12 Natavio, Gerrard Oran makes it. Xavier, Arthur Xavier, and Billy Natavio in the 59 and the 12 respectively will not be racing in this season's Daytona 500. A tough break for the two rookies there. They, particularly Xavier, was up front all day. There's Natavio. He fell back and could never recover in time. There is your race winner. Dawson Miller dominates. He led 14 of the 15 laps. That is an excellent performance by the driver in the number 48. He wins the first duel. Chris Maley did well to get second in the end. So that 35 was the car that Eli Bright drove to victory here last year. So good result for Chris Maley. Richard Fridge, Trey Wright, and Logan Williams was the top five. And Gerrard Oran in the 91 ended up 7th. That's good enough. Arthur Xavier 8th. Not good enough. So it was pretty close in the end between the two of them. But it was not close between the 48 and the rest of the field. He was so far above everyone else in this one. He just controlled it really from the word goes. We're going to get to the final standings here. Dawson Miller wins it. Chris Maley, Richard Fridge, Trey Wright, Logan Williams the top 5. Jamie Rose, Gerrard Oran makes the 500. Arthur Xavier does not. A tough break for the 59. Dominic Anthony, Jek Porkins ran at the top 10. Billy Natavio in 14th. Could never recover in time, and he will miss the 500. So a tough break for him. Brandon Bent 15th, Eli Bright 16th. Benny Watson ended up 21st. He was up front for a little bit there. And John Andrews Speedweeks has been a disaster so far. He came home in last. We're about to get set here for duel number 2 here at Daytona. We got the other 23 guys ready to roll. These are made up of the even number drivers, so 2nd, 4th, 6th through to 46th. And only 5 guys in this one looking to make the 500. The rest, the other 18 guys, already locked in. 3 of these guys will make it in, 2 will not. We'll get to the starting lineup and they'll be rolling on the bottom of your screen very soon. Jake Rogers for DW Motorsports on the pole, and he's joined by Henry Guo in the 72. Both those cars showed a lot of speed in qualifying. Row 2, Kian Raleigh and Zikomo Yassi. Great job by Yassi to qualify 8th. He starts from 4th. Julio Cesar, last year's dual winner here, and Ryan Bejamin in the number 36 for PRM. Row 4, you got Tristen Allen, who won a Coke 0400 back in Season 1, and Carter Friesen, who will be making the 500 this year after DNQing last year. William Brock is back in the driver's seat full-time for the first time since Season 1, and Jack Hallec in the Buck Racing 16. Collin Denton was disappointed with his effort, 11th on the grid, and Kelly Lee, same can be said for her as well. Derek Hamill is the highest go-homer. He will start from the 13th position, and Mitchell Collins for NS Racing. Row 8, Nonagon Scott and Noah Clifton. Clifton making his first Cup Series start since Season 1. Row 9, Nathan Stapleton and Diego Yepez, both looking to race their way into the 500. Yepez finished 3rd in Duel 1 last year before a suspension. Noah Kim and Christian Vargas on row 20, both looking to vastly improve on their spots. Austin Johnson and Renan Isip were on row 11, both looking to race their way into the 500. And running out the field, Patrick Fabian had some setup difficulties, and that is why he starts from the back. 15 laps in this one. 3 drivers will race their way into the 500. And you can see the numbers there to keep an eye on. Reagan Whitlock won here in Season 1 in this race. James Kinghart in Season 3. And Julio Cesar, as mentioned before, he starts 5th on the inside lane. Won this race a season ago. Well, the first race was very tame. I don't know if we're going to be very tame this time. But we'll have to wait and see. It's Rogers and Guo who will lead the field to the green. And green flags out, and we are underway here in Duel 2. Down the back for the first time, Jake Rogers gets the jump. He gets ahead of the 72, comes up and clears, and here comes car number 10, Kian Raleigh for Nicotech Racing. And he's going to try and take the lead away here on lap number 1. How good was Dawson Miller in that last race? And The 10 of Raleigh looking to replicate that. And he will lead the first lap of action here in duel number 2. Double file throughout the majority of the field. You see that's Nonagon Scott in the JPL car. 3 wide on that inside lane, way back throughout the field. Kian Raleigh has raced twice in the 500, but it hasn't really mattered to anything. Mediocre finishes in both of them. And he is looking to grab a duel win here tonight. And hopefully, for his sake, can kickstart a good Daytona 500 weekend. Here comes the 98 on that outside lane. He's got help from Guo. Those two cars very quick. Rogers and Guo, .007 in qualifying. Separated them. So both of them pretty quick, but Raleigh at the moment on that inside lane. That inside lane's got on off to a good start. He will lead lap number 2. Let's go his teammate Julio Cesar right behind him in that 25. Boost mobile entry. They're 3 wide. That's Patrick Fabian way down low. That's on the inside of Yepez. And Derek Hamill also in the middle. So 2 guys that need to race their way in the middle lane back there. As here comes Cesar. Trying to make it 3 wide on the inside, but he backs out of it. Here goes the 14 to the inside. Tristen Allen, DJI entry. Winner of the Coke Zero 400 back in season number 1. So he won't be able to get to the inside of Cesar. Here comes Collin Denton on the inside in the 21. Tristen Allen's teammate. Going to be a 5th of the way through this one this time, and at the line it is Raleigh once again. So that inside lane doing a good job, but Rogers holding tough on that outside lane. He's not giving up just yet. So keep that in mind. That might come into play later on. As here comes Denton. He's trying to avenge for what happened in qualifying. He was disappointed with what happened. He's just gotten to the inside of Allen, and it's just taken the position away. So that's a swap on that inside lane, but Allen comes back. And he's got some assistance too. He's got Nonagon Scott in the 78. Although, unfortunately, does not get to the inside. There's Stapleton. At the moment, he is currently the highest go-homer in the field. In the number 97. Looking to make his second 500. He's an owner driver as well. Go back throughout the field. Diego Yepez in the 47 for Hedgehog Motorsports. Looking to race his way in. He's second at the moment. And then it is Derek Hamill. He's just lost the 3rd position to Renan Sip in the 88 for Velocitar Racing. So Sip now currently gets the transfer spot. Austin Johnson and Derek Hamill, the 2 cars currently missing out. As you see, Noah Kim back there in the Lynn Sheets 15. The only Lynn Sheets car in this duel. Currently dropping back just a little bit, probably just to make sure he doesn't get involved in anything early on. Still side by side, we're going to be a 3rd of the way through this one. And once again, down the line, and it looks like that inside lane, I mean, Rogers is not giving up. He's still there on that outside, but he just can't find a way around him. Which is interesting, because Miller on that outside, I mean, we had Miller dominate. He led 14 laps in that race, the majority of them. He was just out in front, but controlled the outside lane pretty well. So, but certainly at night time here at Daytona, the outside lane does not work as well as the inside lane. So you'll see that inside lane come into play a bit more in the 500. Zikomo Yassi here in kind of a 20. I didn't really touch on Jamie Rose, but she and Yassi did a great job in the qualifying session. They ended up 7th and 8th throughout the entire field in their first Cup start, or first time in a Cup car. So nice work by those two. Yassi currently 3rd on that outside lane, and number 26th on the leaderboard. Side by side down the back straightaway. Can Raleigh clear the 98? I don't think he'll be able to. There's Cesar in the 25. Mentioned his win last year. He was driving the Michael Waltrip throwback last year. But he's driving for Nicotech this year. It was a big off-season move, I reckon. There were plenty of them. Obviously, a lot of the PRM drivers moved to Giffords between seasons, and Julio Cesar had a great year in season 4, best season in the series. So it was not a huge move, well, not hugely talked about, but it was a pretty big move in my eyes, anyway. About halfway through this one, Kian Raleigh's led every lap so far and has been able to hold off Rogers. Stapleton's still the highest go-go homer. There's Derek Hamill. He is now the second go-go homer at the moment in the field. And Austin Johnson in the 66. And Diego Yepez in the 47. Battling for that third position at the moment. The outside lane means that Yepez currently holds it. Raleigh trying to clear the 98. He moves up into the middle. And Julio Cesar makes it 3 wide. So here we go. Finally get a little bit of desperation in this one. We haven't seen a lot of that so far. 3 wide for the lead. Julio Cesar, last year's winner here. Looking to take it away from his teammate. 3 wide on the back straightaway. No help for Raleigh so far. No one's really going with him. See that outside lane of Rogers getting a very good run, but can't quite clear the 10. And the 72 is a bit far back, so this will be, hurt him a bit. Hurt Rogers. And Cesar will clear Raleigh. Will he? He will. So he clears Raleigh. And he will lead that lap. First lead change of the night. But here comes Collin Denton in that number 21, looking to make a point after a disappointing qualifying run. He's going to go to the lead. Kian Raleigh's going to drop to the bottom. They're back to double file. As Cesar went up top to stay in front of Jake Rogers. Carter Friesen way down low there in the 46. Did not qualify for the 500 last year. Driving for Team Hanley. He's in the 46. He's locked in. So that's all good. Coming to 5 laps to go this time. It is Collin Denton in the 21. He's going to come up and try and clear the 25, and he's going to do it. But here comes Raleigh back to the inside in the iRacing number 10. Go back to those other guys that we need to keep an eye on. That's Nathan Stapleton in the 97. He's currently still the highest in the field. Diego Yepez is now second, and Derek Hamill is third. And it's Austin Johnson in fourth, and Renan and Sip in fifth. They're all on the inside lane, so they're all in pretty decent position if they could start the rotation process. You know, where the leader changes a lot. Here comes Tristen Allen to the inside. We haven't seen a whole lot of him in this one, but here he is going to the front of the field in the number 14 entry. Looking to win the duel. Here comes Friesen though to the inside in the 46. United Rentals entry. Going to be side by side to the line, coming to 4 laps to go. I think it was Tristen Allen in the 14. Wait for the... Yeah, it was. So Tristen Allen led that lap. Nonagon Scott, kind of a 78. He saw his 2 teammates advance on early on. Logan Williams, Gerrard Oran, both had to race their way in and did so in the first duel. And here he is now up at the front of the field as well. So, not a bad showing for Railfan. Here comes Stapleton to the inside in the Aquajock Solutions number 97. He makes it 3 wide for second, and here come, look at that behind them. That's Yepez. You got Derek Hamill in the 19, and then you got the 66 and the 88 on the inside. So all the guys that need to race their way in on the inside lane to the coming towards the pointy end of this one. Friesen versus Stapleton at the line. It's Stapleton who leads it with 3 laps to go. There goes the 47 of Yepez to the inside. Can he get underneath the 97? He won't be able to yet. Friesen trying to hang on to that outside lane for South Florida Motorsports. Stapleton, an owner driver as well, having to race his way in now. He's going to get shuffled to the middle, and that's not good for Stapleton, because if Yepez can stay there, that's really going to hurt him. Friesen trying to get a run on that outside. We can't quite clear the 97, and there he goes. So Yepez is now to the inside here, 3 wide for the lead. And looking back in there, Austin Johnson and Renan Sip, currently 4th and 5th, but on that inside lane. So if they could time it right, they may get into those positions. Yepez leads it with 2 to go. Stapleton in the middle. Friesen on the outside. Friesen's in the race. Stapleton, Yepez, Derek Hamill in the 19. Of course, Hamill used to drive that 97. Drove it part-time last year along with Stapleton and Carson Mitchell. Neither of them actually attempted the 500 last year. It was Mitchell who made the race. But Hamill and Stapleton used to be former teammates. Now they're different teams. There's Austin Johnson in the 66. He's waiting for the right opportunity. And Renan Sip in the 88 car looking to race his way in as well. Coming to the white flag this time. Yepez has cleared the 97. and the 46. Coming to the white flag this time. Yepez will take it in the BP number 47. Stapleton still in the middle here. And Austin Johnson is right there in the 66. Ready to take that final transfer position away. Here goes Hamill for the race lead here in the 19. But can he do it? I don't think he'll be able to. He just can't get that run off the turn. Stapleton in the middle. It's go time for the 66. He's got to make a move here. Austin Johnson ran in the sip as well. They've got to try and make something happen. Hamill did not get a very good run through 1 and 2. I think he might just hold out here for the third transfer spot. Stapleton clears the 19 down the line. Diego Yepez wins the duel. He's in the 500. For Gerrard Motorsports, they get their 3 cars in. Nathan Stapleton makes it. So 3 from 3 for owner drivers in the 500. And Derek Hamill finished 5th. That is good enough for him. He makes his way in to the 500. And the 2 guys missing out, Austin Johnson for Tanker Motorsports and Renan Asip for Velocity Racing. They missed the Daytona 500. A tough break for both of them. There's your race winner. Diego Yepez for Gerrard Motorsports wins Duel 2. Great job at the end. He was on that outside lane at one point. He was very close to falling outside, and then he got his way into the inside. And how about that? I cannot believe the 5 guys that had to race their way in. They were all in the cell. They were all in that inside lane late in the going. It was great stuff to see. So Diego Yepez races his way in. He starts 4th in the 500. And Stapleton and Hamill make their way in, and Austin Johnson and Renan Asip do not. Tough break for them. But we have determined a 42-car field for the Daytona 500. Diego Yepez, Nathan Stapleton, and Derek Hamill will join the other 4 guys from the first duel. They advance on to the 500. Austin Johnson, Renan Asip, both finished top 10, but did not make the 500. Tough break for them. And we didn't see any cautions in this one, which was a surprise as well. You take a look at the rest of the results. Zikomo Yassi, who was up there for had a great qualifying run, ends up 22nd. His teammate Noah Clifton in 23rd. He will start last in the 500, which is on Friday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, here on the Stugrat Racing Network. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching the AKG Cup Series here at the Daytona International Speedway. Hope you enjoyed, and we will see you guys on Friday for the Daytona 500. See you then.